A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke chapter 12, verses 13 to 21. A man in the crowd said to Jesus, "Master, tell my brothers to give me a share of our inheritance." "My friend," he replied, "who appointed me your judge or arbitrator of your claims?" Then he said to them, "Watch and be on guard against avarice of any kind. For a man's life is not made secure by what he owns, even when he has more than he needs." Then he told them a parable. There was once a rich man who, having had a good harvest from his land, thought to himself, "What am I to do? I have not enough room to store my crops." And then he said, "This is what I will do. I will pull down my barns and build bigger ones and store all my grain and my goods in them. And I will say to my soul, 'My soul, you have plenty of good things laid by for many years to come. Take things easy, eat, drink, have a good time.' But God said to him, 'Fool, this very night the demand will be made for your soul. And this hoard of yours, whose will it be then?' So it is when a man stores up treasure for himself in place of making himself rich in the sight of God." The Gospel of the Lord. Jesus is speaking about the destruction of greed. Greed is what drives most of us. It is to have more and more of riches, food, treasures, cars, houses, property, money, and that drives us in the economy, making better of ourselves at the expense of ours. I see many businesses, they are not fair at all. The deals that they make with suppliers are often lopsided because it is in their power. They are able to make lopsided deals, so they take advantage of their position. And even in smaller businesses, when we employ our staff, it is often that even though the company makes money, they invest it towards building, buying properties, and enriching themselves rather than growing as a team, making everybody happy. So this is, I think, a natural thing that we all do. Now Jesus warns us against this because in life we are really called to help each other, to be good to our neighbors and to love them. And if greed comes in the way, if we notice that greed is coming in the way and making us hard in our hearts, that we don't recognize, we can't empathize with people's needs, then there is something wrong. Greed in itself, I think, is all right because it strives us to do better. But if it comes in the way of helping our fellow men and not recognizing their needs, their sufferings, something is wrong. Something is essentially wrong today in the world. When one part of the world is having a good time, another part of the world doesn't even have a meal for the day, something is wrong. And that's because of greed. And we have to check ourselves and see what we can do to help our fellow man. Thank you.